Hajime. We're going first as Makanko, special summoning from our hand with the Great Ceremony, our Hugh Lee. Normal summoning the Screw Serpent to now make a Ferocious Swordsman. That does not do anything. But the Fireflint Lady, now that there's a Fire Warrior on the field, or I should say a Warrior, we could special summon it to then go into Isolde. Isolde could get Veiler negated. Now, it's a bit contentious on when to Veil. It's definitive on when to use Ash Blossom. You Ash Blossom on the second effect. If you Veil or Impermanence the first effect, you're kind of negating the second effect, but if they have a second copy of Isolde, which I'll check, then, and they have another way to get another warrior out, they then just summon another copy of Isolde, which they are not playing. But a lot of people playing Isolde are playing too. We Veil negate. We're waiting for the second effect, mate, because of the potential second Isolde. Sending 4 equip cards from the deck to the grave to summon from the deck a warrior, which we are now negated from summoning. Negate. Now, with the Ninjutsu Art of Duplication, that's not going to be so good. We have the Ceremony sending from the deck to the grave a Hare. Hare is going to be reborn with the Makanko Dance, triggering the effect to grab from our deck a Makanko Fire Dance, which will reborn from the graveyard Hugh Lee. Hugh Lee now making all of our Makanko cards completely untargetable. We have the Makanko Rivalry, which will be able to negate a spell, monster, or take control of a monster. We're now making X-Saber Invoker. Invoker summon from the deck, Heroic Challenger, grabbing a Heroic Call, which could summon a warrior onto the field. From the hand or grave, Ferocious Swordsman is back in the field. Xyz Armor Fortress is now here, detaching 2 materials to search for 2 armored cards. We got the full armored Xyz, we have the armored Xyz. This is why Maxi exists. What the heck is going on? We negated Isolde and they kept cooking. So what do we have here? We have the ability to triple monster negate. We do have the, you have to control Makanko to even activate this, so that's turned off at the moment. The full armored Xyz is going to be able to Xyz during the opponent's turn. So let's see what's good. Oh my gosh, off the top of the deck, Imperm onto the Apollo USA. The biggest counter to Apollo. Hanzo on summon, we're going to respond with the full armored Xyz. So now we're going to be using on our fields to Shokan into a full armored Knight Lancer. Now, how this works is it states that if a monster is equipped, so once per turn, if an equip card becomes equipped to a monster you control, you can then attach non-target 1 monster your opponent controls to this card. So non-target removal, but we have to equip. How do we equip? We equip through the trap. So we're going to use the trap to equip the X-Saber Invoker onto our Knight Lancer to then suck up the Hanzo. Notebook's going to discard a ninja card to grab a ninjutsu card from the deck. We have Iron Digger. Iron Digger can banish from the graveyard to pop a card in the field. So let's get to it. Any card in the field we could get popping. Banish from the graveyard, popping out the Knight Lancer, which is going to be detaching the equip card to protect it from destruction, unfortunately. Thus, the Iron Digger is not sent to the grave, which would then activate to summon the Hanzo back in the field face down. We're going to use the Ninjutsu Art Notebook to set from the deck a green ninja, special summon the Mitsu from the hand while we have a face down, now making a Maizen. Maizen can attack directly. We're going to use the green ninja when sent to the grave to flip a card in the field face down. Now the Iron Digger has been sent to the grave to trigger to add back the Hanzo or summon it onto the field. We're not going to attack directly. We're taking out that Apollo USA. Very well done. Add it to your hand or special summon it face down. It is better add to the hand. Now the Maizen, in response to any activation of a card effect, will summon from the deck a ninja. This ninja could flip cards face down potentially. Yes, it is Geo the Flipper. The Flipper is going to get flipping. Can't flip the Hugh Lee. Now, this is crazy. We can't flip the Hugh Lee because it's summoned while equipped, so the Makanko cards are untargetable. And because you equipped a card onto a Makanko that triggers the Knight Lancer to then non-target suck up a monster the opponent controls, but we're going to flip it face down, and it's permanently face down. It cannot be flipped up again. Why is Makanko playing Ninjutsu Art of Duplication, though? What is going on? Get sucking up that face down Geo. Rivalry equipped onto the Maizen, using an Infernoble Arns Durendal to then search our deck for a Roland. Renaud, that is. We're now going to be triggering the effect of the Rivalry, add an equip card in the graveyard back to our hand when an equip card is sent to the grave. There's a ninja, Kagaro. Kagaro is going to be summoning a ninja from the hand or graveyard onto the field. Green ninja is now here. Renaud's going to add back our own ninjutsu art tool, Iron Digger. And we're now going to ninjutsu duplication, summon a Hanzo from the deck, searching for a Mitsu. Both decks are crazy here. What is going on? We have a ninja showdown. Cross Sheep, if a fusion monster special summon to where it's pointing to, it's going to trigger to reborn a level 4 lore from the grave. We got Maizen reborning our Hanzo on special summon. Search our deck for a ninjutsu monster. Ninja monster that is. Fire Dance, reborning from the grave. Ha-Ray, which will trigger to grab a Makanko Water, which we can equip onto the opponent's monster to return it back to the hand if we want to. To battle we go. Double reflecting, 5,000 damage. Direct attack with Maizen itself. We have ninjas attacking directly. We have the Makankos attacking into the monsters. How do you beat it? Direct attack, attack into the monster, reflect battle damage. Ninja Makanko. Begin. Clear lost in the top 16. That's cool to hear. Well, yeah, that does happen. We went first. We had no play. Now, unfortunately, we passed right back on over to Ninjutsu Makanko. Preparation of Rites, searching our deck for the Ohime. I do agree on not ashing the Preparation of Rites. Saving it for the Ohime is better. Bonfire. Oh my gosh. Now it's like, what do you ash? The Bonfire is a good ash. The Ohime is a good ash. Now, by fingering the ash among many of the other hand traps in their hand, that's going to turn off our own ash. We do want to consider potentially not fingering the ash. We could finger the Max C, or we could chain ash to Max C, and then we could finger the Ash Blossom. Thus, our ash is no longer going to be negated by our own finger. That's exactly what we're doing. Very well done. Negate the Max C with the finger ready for the Veiler or Ash. Poplar, come forth and summon. I don't think this would be a good negate here. We're going to wait, as we should. Ash in the original Sinful is good, or the Ohime. What do we do? They're both good ashes. Ash, negate the original Sinful. Call by the grave, finger the Ash, negate. Not today. We still have to play through Veiler. We still have to play through Impermanence. This is Ninja Makanko, TG, Snake Eyes. What is going on? TG Rocket Salamander is here. Summoning from the deck a Screw Serpent, reborning the Rocket Salamander, Shokan into Angelica. In for Noble Knight also? What is this deck? This deck's like 20 decks in one. We're gonna add the Noble Arm Museum on summon. The museum is gonna be paying life to search for a Durendal. Durendal searching for a Fire Warrior from our deck, equipping it, get poppin', searching for Renaud. Renaud's gonna special summon onto the field, add an equip card in the graveyard back to our hand here. Very well done. We're gonna activate it onto the Angelica. I do believe we're gonna chain. So we do have the Veiler here, but we're not going to Veiler negate. Nope. We're gonna banish. Come forth and summon. Infernoble, Roland. Shokan into Isold, which we held the Impermanent Veiler for. Do we negate the first effect because we have double? We're going to wait, which I do think is a good idea because we should expect them to have another Isold, and with the Heroic Call, it would be able to reborn, then make the second one. Wait for the second effect. Now he negates. They'll negate. Now, even if you have the negate, unfortunately, we cannot stop them from sending cards from the deck to the grave. There is a way to stop them from sending from the deck to the grave. That would be through a Gamma. Gamma, the first effect, would stop them from sending, but beyond Gamma, you can't stop it. And because they sent through cost, not card effect, the Makanko Dance will be reborning the Ha-Ray, negate the Ha-Ray with the Impermanence. We have nothing left in our hand besides our Baku. Now, Baku wants to be added to the hand to then trigger to summon itself onto the field, but instead we opened up with the Baku. We have Ceremony, special summoning our Ohime. Ceremony can send from the deck to the grave to then use the Ohime to equip an equip card into any card onto the field. We have Makanko Water, summoning from the deck a Healy, returning back the Ohime, grabbing our Makanko Rivalry with the ability to negate a monster, take control of a monster, or negate a spell. We have X-Saber Invoker. Are we going in for lethal damage or what? 3,200 so far. Detach summon from the deck. We have the Heroic Challenger, which we already have the Heroic Call from our deck to our hand to add, so we're not activating again. We're going to search for the full Armored Xyz and our Armored Xyz. We're not under Max C, so we're going to keep on cooking. Going to the Dark Knight Lancer early. As we further Shokan this up into a Promethean Princess, we're now sitting at 5,800 damage. Reborn from the grave, our Salamander, 6,400 damage. Armored Xyz equipping onto the Knight Lancer and X-Saber Invoker. Summoning a Mewtwo, 5,700. Reborn from the grave, Heroic Call. 6,700 is the best we could do. Or is it? Double attack with the Knight Lancer after attacking once, and just like that, lethal damage, 2-0 victory. Makanko, Ninja, TG, Armored Xyz, Infernoble, Snake Eyes, let's go.